The wizarding world is no longer safe. The dark storm of Lord Voldemort's return has broken the calm, and Harry Potter is no longer just the boy who lived. He's the boy no one wants to believe. In Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the fifth and darkest installment of the series, J.K. Rowling pulls readers into a whirlwind of political conspiracy, underground resistance, and the emotional toll of a war only just beginning. The magical world you thought you knew begins to twist in shadows and secrets, and Harry finds that truth is more dangerous than any spell. The story begins in the suffocating heat of another dreadful summer with the Dursleys. Harry is isolated, frustrated, and kept in the dark about what's happening in the wizarding world. His letters from Ron and Hermione are brief and cryptic, and he's left feeling abandoned. But the threat is very real. Dementors attack Harry and his cousin Dudley in the middle of their neighborhood. Something that should never have happened. Forced to use magic to defend them both, Harry is quickly punished by the Ministry of Magic with a letter informing him he's been expelled from Hogwarts, just like that. No trial, no defense. But the truth is darker and more complicated. Dumbledore sends a group of wizards, including familiar faces like Mad-Eye Moody, and new ones like the kind but fierce Nymphadora Tonks, to whisk Harry away to a secret location, the headquarters of the Order of the Phoenix. This secret society, revived by Dumbledore himself, is the only organized resistance fighting against Voldemort's return, and yet the Ministry denies the Dark Lord has returned at all. At 12 Grimmauld Place, the Black family home and Order headquarters, Harry learns about the mounting tensions in the wizarding world. Voldemort is regaining followers, and the Ministry is working overtime to suppress the truth. Dumbledore has become a target, smeared by the wizarding press, and Harry himself is being painted as delusional and dangerous. The Ministry fears not Voldemort, but the disruption his return would cause. So they choose to deny it altogether. Harry is eventually allowed back to Hogwarts, but the school he returns to is no longer the sanctuary it once was. The Ministry installs Dolores Umbridge, a venomous bureaucrat with a sugary sweet voice and a thirst for control, as the new Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. But she's not here to teach students to defend themselves. She's here to enforce the Ministry's version of the truth. Under her rule, Hogwarts becomes a place of surveillance, silence, and slow suffocation. Punishments grow cruel. Rebellion is crushed, and any talk of Voldemort is forbidden. Umbridge becomes Hogwarts' High Inquisitor, slowly stripping power from Dumbledore and the other professors. She's more interested in rules and restrictions than magic and learning. But students aren't powerless. In secret, Harry and his friends form Dumbledore's army, a secret group dedicated to learning real defensive magic. They meet in hidden rooms and practice spells, forming bonds stronger than ever before. It's here that Harry steps into a new role, not just student or hero, but teacher and leader. Through their secret training, Harry discovers a sense of purpose and strength that begins to heal the emotional wounds left by Cedric Diggory's death. But the emotional cost of everything begins to wear on Harry. He feels isolated from Dumbledore, who keeps his distance for reasons Harry doesn't understand. He's haunted by dreams of long corridors and locked doors, visions that don't feel like dreams at all. He's angry more often, consumed by rage he can't explain. These dreams lead to a terrifying vision: a snake attacking Arthur Weasley, a vision so vivid Harry wakes up screaming. But it's not just a nightmare, it's real. Arthur is found injured exactly as Harry saw. Dumbledore takes this seriously. He orders Harry to take occlumency lessons with Professor Snape, of all people, to guard his mind against further intrusion by Voldemort. The sessions are brutal. Harry struggles to close his mind and fails repeatedly. He starts to realize there's a connection between his mind and Voldemort's. a connection that's growing stronger. But is it a weapon or a trap as the school year progresses? The rebellion intensifies. Umbridge cracks down harder, banning student organizations, installing an inquisitorial squad of student enforcers, and even banning professors she doesn't trust. Fred and George Weasley lead wild pranks and eventually drop out in a blaze of fireworks and rebellion. Dumbledore is removed from the school after taking the fall for the DA's activities, and Umbridge seizes control as headmistress. Hogwarts is no longer a school. It's a prison. Harry's visions grow worse, and one night he sees something horrifying. Sirius Black, tortured in the Department of Mysteries. Harry is consumed by the idea that Sirius is in danger. Unable to contact him directly, he rushes to action with Hermione, Ron, Ginny, Luna, and Neville. They fly to the Ministry using enchanted thestrals and sneak into the Department of Mysteries. What they find is not Sirius, but a trap. They're ambushed by Death Eaters. Voldemort's followers are there to retrieve a mysterious prophecy. One Harry never even knew existed. The prophecy is about Harry and Voldemort, spoken before Harry's birth, and it holds a secret about why Voldemort tried to kill him. The battle is fierce and chaotic. The young students fight valiantly, but they're outnumbered and overpowered. Just when things seem lost, members of the Order arrive to help. But not everyone survives. In the midst of the battle, Sirius is killed by his own cousin, the deranged Bellatrix Lestrange. He falls through a mysterious archway, gone in an instant. Harry is devastated. This loss hits harder than anything before. Sirius was more than family. He was freedom. He was love. He was the last connection to Harry's parents. Now he's gone and Harry blames himself. Voldemort arrives at the Ministry, finally revealing himself publicly during a confrontation with Dumbledore. The two most powerful wizards duel in a spectacular, terrifying battle of magic that destroys the surrounding hall. But even more frightening is what happens when Voldemort tries to possess Harry. Expecting pain, Voldemort is met instead with something he cannot understand: Harry's love. His grief, his capacity to care, his willingness to sacrifice for others. Voldemort cannot stay in that mind. He flees. With the return of Voldemort, undeniable, the Ministry is finally forced to admit the truth. The wizarding world is no longer in denial. War is coming. After the chaos settles, Dumbledore finally tells Harry the truth. The prophecy from the Department of Mysteries said that neither Harry nor Voldemort can live while the other survives. One must kill the other. This wasn't fate. It was choice. Voldemort chose to go after Harry because of the prophecy, and in doing so, marked Harry as his equal. It's not about destiny. It's about decisions. Dumbledore also reveals why he kept Harry at a distance all year. He feared the connection between Harry and Voldemort, feared what Voldemort might see through Harry. But in trying to protect him, Dumbledore left him feeling alone and vulnerable. The emotional heart of Order of the Phoenix is Harry's loss, of innocence, of trust, of family. But it's also the beginning of his transformation. He's no longer just a boy reacting to events. He's starting to shape them. He's forced to grow up faster than anyone should have to. He experiences rage, guilt, betrayal, love, and grief in their rawest forms. He understands the stakes now. The war isn't coming. It's here. And he's in the center of it. But Harry also realizes something powerful. He's not alone. He has Ron and Hermione, loyal to the end. He has the DA, his friends who believe in him. He has the Order, risking everything for the cause. And he has something Voldemort will never understand: the ability to love, to inspire others, and to fight not for power, but for people. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is more than just a dark chapter in a beloved series. It's A turning point. The childish fantasies are gone. The battles are real. The costs are personal. Rowling's storytelling here is emotionally charged, politically sharp, and thematically deep. She explores power and corruption, the weaponization of the media, the importance of resistance, and the value of community. Every moment feels like a drumbeat of the war to come. This book marks the rise of Harry, not just as a hero in the eyes of others, but as a warrior, forged by fire. It asks tough questions. Who decides the truth? Who stands up when the world falls silent? Who are we without the people we love? As the story ends, Harry knows more pain than ever. But he also knows who he is and what he's willing to fight for. And that might just be the most powerful magic of all. Let this story sweep you into the darkest corners of the wizarding world and the brightest sparks of resistance that rise to meet it. Because in this book, the magic isn't just about spells. It's about truth. It's about friendship. It's about choosing to fight even when the odds are against you. And the fight is only just beginning. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description,